Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats or stay seated. TV transmission will start in exactly 60 seconds. What a beautiful sand painting. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Irina Titova. Beautiful stuff. Hello everybody and welcome to Vienna and the EHF Euro 2020 tournament draw. 196 days to go. And trust me, something very big is coming up. For the first time in history, we've got 24 countries competing at the European Championships. For the first time ever, 3 different host nations. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a great pleasure to welcome some very great personalities here tonight. Please give a big hand to the President of the European Handball Federation, Mr. Michael Wiederer. He is accompanied by the Secretary General of the European Handball Federation, Martin Hausleitner. Gerhard Hofbauer has joined us, the President of the Austrian Handball Federation. Welcome. We're very happy to have the President of the Swedish Handball Federation here, Fredrik Rapp. Great to have you here. The name I'm going to pronounce right, Kåre Geir Leo, President of the Norwegian Handball Federation. Thanks so much for joining us. Peter Hacker, Executive City Councillor for Social Affairs, Healthcare and Sports of Vienna. Welcome. And last but not least, Eduard Müller, Austrian Minister of Finance, Public Service and Sports. Great to have you here. Three different countries and 6 beautiful venues, ladies and gentlemen. We've got Graz, we've got Vienna, Trondheim, Malmö, Gothenburg and Stockholm. If you don't know all of them, no worries. We've got a beautiful video coming up, so please watch the big screen. Wow, I truly think it doesn't get much better than this. If you want, you can share a big hand for these venues, because I truly believe it's going to be absolutely amazing. Now that you know the venues, now that you know the beautiful cities, it's time for the official opening words. I would like to ask Mr. Gerhard Hofbauer, President of the Austrian Handball Federation, to come up on stage to say hello to everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, Gerhard Hofbauer.
Dear ladies and gentlemen, dear handball friends, in the name of the Swedish, the Norwegian, and of course Austrian Handball Federation, I would like to heartily welcome you to Vienna on the occasion of the draw event for the men's Euro 2020. Especially, I would like to welcome the honorary guest of the Republic of Austria, the city of Vienna, the members of the Executive Committee of the European Handball Federation, as well as the representatives of the 24 qualified nations. The men's EHF EURO 2020 will make history as the first Euro to be played with 24 teams and will be hosted for very first time 3 countries. The organizing federations are proud of being part of this biggest handball Euro ever and are working hard to create an unforgettable Euro event in January. As a first step, we will wish all participating federations good luck for your today's draw and are looking forward to welcome you at the EHF Euro 2020 in Sweden, Norway and Austria.
Thank you very much, Gerhard Hofbauer. As we continue with the Executive City Councillor for Social Affairs, Healthcare and Sports of Vienna. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Peter Hacker.
Ladies and gentlemen, dear friends and fans of handball, as the Executive City Council of Sports, it's my privilege to welcome you to our beautiful city ahead of the next year's tournament. We are proud about more than 7.5 million tourists every year. And this is because Vienna is extremely popular as a congress city, as a city of arts and culture. But we're also known to be a great sporting city for both athletes and the fans. Every year, the best tennis players in the world play at the Stadthalle, which will also be the venue for the European Handball Championship next year. The Vienna City Marathon brings 40,000 running enthusiasts to Vienna year by year. And we also look forward to welcome the world's best beach volleyball teams to the Danube Island Stadium in just a few weeks at the beginning of August. And still, hosting a European championship in a team sport is certainly not a routine task for us. 18 matches will happen in Vienna. Several teams and tens of thousands of fans will be here for the tournament. And as I've heard, the European Championship expects about 2 million at the TV. Of course, we strive to make sure Vienna presents itself in the best possible way, just as we did during the European Handball Championship 2010, which some of you may still remember fondly. No doubt, to organize a major project like this needs much teamwork. And therefore, let me take the opportunity to thank the organizers and the many volunteers who make this tournament possible. On this note, I wish the best of luck to all of you, and actually, particularly to the Austrian national team. There's one thing I can promise you for sure. Vienna, the city of Vienna, is thrilled to host this inspiring tournament. Thank you, and see you soon.
Thank you very much, Peter Hacker. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the Austrian Minister of Finance, Public Service and Sports, Eduard Müller. We're very happy that you're here today. Welcome.
and gentlemen, dear presidents, secretary general, esteemed guests, thank you all for getting together today to kick off the draw for the EHF Euro 2020. 2020, we all know, will be a great year for sports. Not only here in Austria, I know. In addition to the Olympic and Paralympic Games in Tokyo and the European Football Championship, the coming year will bring us also quite a series of other high-level international sport events. But to be honest, the absolute highlight, of course, will be the 14th European Handball Championship. This event will be one of the biggest handball festivities of all times. And for the first time, the final matches will take place in several countries, in Norway, in Sweden and Austria. So you are building a bridge across Europe. In my capacity as Minister for Sports, but also for Finance, I'm very happy that 10 years after the successful European Championship in Austria, the next European Championship can be held here in our country. Back then, handball gained, as always, a lot of new friends. And I'm convinced that the enthusiasm will again be at least as intense next year. And this, of course, is also true to our partner countries. Thank you for the great cooperation in Sweden, the 4-time European Championship, and as well Norway, the homeland of the current Vice World Champion. Roughly half a year before the starting whistle for the Euro 2020, we are now experiencing, so to say, the first highlight, and that is the draw. And the first time, it was mentioned before, 24 teams, not longer 16, will take part in the competition. Amongst them, all European championships today, numerous secret favorites. I don't know if Austria is one of the secret favorites. Maybe you can answer it better than me. And we have also some newcomers taking place the first time. We all are eager to find out the composition of the group. And usually, you know, people like me, we are standing between the audience and the dinner. But now I think I'm standing between you, the audience, the artists, the representatives of the countries, and something more important. So I'm standing between you and the draw. So please let me close my words. Thank you to all organizations, to voluntary helpers, to sponsors. You all made it possible to host this important competition. I'm happy that the federal institutions have also managed to make an adequate contribution. So I wish to sum up all athletes and of course all fans from the entire continent a fair and interesting competition and some unforgettable days in Austria, in Norway and in Sweden. And as we would say in our home languages, lycka till, viel Erfolg. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Edward Müller. Of course, there's one very important man missing. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the President of the European Handball Federation, Michael Wiederer.
Heartily welcome on behalf of the European Handball Federation. It seems to be an Austria day today, but I don't want to miss the chance also to welcome the organizing committees in the lead with the presidents of the other federations hosting this event. I want to thank the high representatives of the government of Austria and the city of Vienna representing the sport for joining us today and for their welcoming words. And I kindly ask to hand over on behalf of the EHF small gifts, traditionally handballs, to them. This is a symbolic gesture, but it also gives you the chance to prepare for the upcoming championship, so please make use of it. Your presence is as well securing that the Austrian government and the city of Vienna and the city of Graz will support the organizing committee in the best way to be good hosts, and I think the same will hold true for Sweden and for Norway. Yes, it is an inauguration championship with 24 teams in 3 different countries, having a new schedule. This is a challenge for a threefold organization committee, for the EHF as well. We have to work out with new ideas preparing this championship. But it is at the same time a good sign for the quality of European handball that we have so many teams challenging each other to come to this championship. And in this respect, I'm really looking forward to an excellent championship, and all what remains is wishing you all the best, the participating nations, the officials, and the organizing committee. The floor is yours for the technical part of the draw. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Michael Wiederer. Thank you very much. It's all about dream, win, and then remembering. And of course, you need a promotional video to show this claim to the whole world. And I think this year it's very different to before. As you will be able to see in the promotional video, Austria, Sweden, Norway, they've put their heads together, and EHF have made a video quite unique, quite different, but definitely very, very enjoyable. So please take a look at the screens.
They're keeping the pressure on. What a goal!
Do you want to learn how to spin? The secret is in the wrist.
After the line, it's intercepted. It's a turnover. Trouble here. Oh, fantastic save! Time is running out. Oh, brilliant goal! That is just superb! Well, what a great moment this is! It's going to be remembered for a very long time.
Men's EHF Euro 2020. Dream, win, remember.
Oh yeah, really enjoy that. And there are different versions for different countries. So the representatives just call up EHF, they will have a special version for you, trust me. And it's not only the promotional video, we also have an official EHF Euro 2020 song. How about that? Do I hear? Yeah, come on, I'm really excited. This is from a Swedish powerhouse producer from Gothenburg. Over 50 million streams on Spotify. This song is gonna rock you off your feet. Ladies and gentlemen, here is DJ Wolstead with All For Us.
It's time, let's come together. While we're risking it all, only losers will fall. The blood is pumping in our veins, we will never give up. So let's aim for the top. I will see you on the other side, where adrenaline will take us high. And let's fight until the bells ring out. All for us, all for us. 'Cause we're in this together, you and I, always and forever, side by side. I promise I will give it all I got. All for us, let's do it all for us.
All for us, DJ Wolstead, ladies and gentlemen. The official song of the EHF Euro 2020. But enough of the fun part, we're down to serious business now. It's time for the technical explanation. And it's not going to come from me. We're going to have a video for you, ladies and gentlemen, explaining all the details about the draw. So please watch the big screen.
48 nations registered for the different qualifying phases in order to fight for a place at the final tournament of the men's EHF Euro 2020 in Sweden, Austria and Norway. Based on the results of the qualifiers Phase 1, the Emerging Nations Championship 2017 and the men's EHF Euro 2018, teams had the chance to qualify for the qualifiers Phase 2. In the qualifiers Phase 2, 32 teams were fighting for the 20 remaining places at the men's EHF Euro 2020. Sweden, Austria and Norway, as organising countries, as well as Spain, the defending champions, were qualified directly for the final tournament. For the first time ever, a total number of 24 teams will participate at an EHF Euro event. The 24 teams are listed in alphabetical order. Based on the results of the qualifiers Phase 2 and the final tournament of the EHF Euro 2018, the teams are seeded in 4 pots for the draw. The organising countries have the right to allocate 1 team to each preliminary round group due to spectators' interest. Therefore, Croatia will play in Group A in Graz, Austria in Group B in Vienna, Germany in Group C in Trondheim, Norway in Group D in Trondheim, Denmark in Group E in Malmö, and Sweden in Group F in Gothenburg. As a next step, the 3 remaining teams will be drawn from Pot 1 into Groups B, C and D. The draw will continue with drawing the 4 remaining teams of Pot 2 into Groups A, B, E and F. Next, the 5 remaining teams in Pot 3 will be drawn into Groups A, C, D, E and F. Last, the 6 teams of Pot 4 will be drawn into Groups A to F. We wish all the participating teams good luck for the draw, as well as for the men's EHF Euro 2020 in Sweden, Austria and Norway.
So now that we all know how it works, it's time to meet the men who are going to execute the procedure. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Božidar Djurković, EHF Executive Committee member, and Martin Hausleitner, Secretary General of the European Handball Federation. In addition, they will be supported by 4 players from the host countries, Austria, Sweden and Norway, and the defending champion, Spain. We will start with Philip Henningsson from Sweden to come up and help us with the draw of Pot 1. Got a microphone for you. You made it to the finals of the last European Championship for the first time since 2002. How hopeful, how confident are you to reach the final weekend in Stockholm in 2020?
It's very hard to say, but I think we have a great team, which we have the possibility to go all the way, but there are a lot of tough opponents out there. But I think if we play at our top level, we have a great opportunity.
Well, we definitely wish you the best of luck for that. If I look at my text, I can see Gothenburg, Malmö and Stockholm could be possible if all goes like planned. How important are the fans going to be in this competition for your team?
Very important, as in all the... when we have home championship, the fans will always be important. I remember in 2011 when Sweden had the last home championship where it was great atmosphere, and I think it helped the team a lot. So we hope for the same.
Well, we definitely wish you the best of luck. Thank you so much. And it's time for the draw, ladies and gentlemen.
Mix it. Mix it. Don't look into it. Thank you.
So we will always have Philip drawing the team and Mr. Djurkovic drawing the location.
First nation is Spain.
So Spain can either go to Group B, Group C, or Group D. The defending champion.
Goes to Group C.
Spain therefore meeting Germany in Trondheim.
France.
So France either going to Group B or Group D.
Goes to Group D.
So France meeting Norway in Trondheim. One team left. Should be the Czech Republic. Let's find out from Martin Hausleitner.
Czech Republic.
It is. So one more location left.
Goes to Group B.
So we have the Czech Republic in Vienna for Group B. Thank you very much, Philip. And we would like to ask Tjoben Bergerud to come up. Give him a big cheer. I know you're good at catching, so I can throw the mic to you. How are you doing? Of course, I've got two questions for you as well. You've just won the German championship with Flensburg. If I give you the choice to choose, repeating the German championship or beating Sweden in the final of the Euro 2020, what would you choose?
That's a tough one. But the easiest answer is to say to win against Sweden in the EHF Euros. We already won the league in Germany, so now I could hopefully win something with Norway as well.
Okay, that's a good explanation. I'm very happy with that. Looking at Flensburg, there's a lot of Swedish colleagues. How does it feel for you to play against your colleagues in a national game, especially as a goalkeeper?
It's both easy and difficult, but it's always fun. But the most important thing is to win, because then it's easier to get back to the club, to the training.
It does make sense. Thank you so much and best of luck for the draw. We are moving on to pot number 2, ladies and gentlemen.
Belarusia.
So Belarusia can either go to Graz, Vienna, Malmö or Gothenburg.
Goes to Group A.
So here we have in Austria, Graz, Croatia and Belarus. Tjoben telling us the next team.
North Macedonia.
3 groups left. Vienna, Malmö and Gothenburg.
Goes to Group B.
So already 3 teams in Vienna, Czech Republic, North Macedonia and Austria.
Hungary.
So, Mr. Bozidar Djokovic, where are you going to send Hungary to? Malmö or Gothenburg to meet either Denmark or Sweden?
Goes to Group E.
So it's Malmö, Denmark and Hungary in that group, leaving us with the last team of pot number 2.
It's Slovenia. Goes to Group F.
So the first team to meet the host nation, Sweden, in Gothenburg is Slovenia. Tjoban, thank you very much. No mistakes on your side. As it is my pleasure to call up Robert Weber from Austria to take care of pot number 3. Please step over. Roberts, 2010, the European Championships in Austria. You were one of the main and leading players of the Austrian team. Your best memories?
First of all, it was an unbelievable feeling to play such a big tournament in front of our home fans. Like a small handball country like Austria, it was really, really, really nice to play there.
And also very successful. Looking at 2020, how successful do you think the Austrian team can be? What are your expectations?
I'm really looking forward to this tournament. Especially it's a special tournament this year because we have 24 countries in this European Championship, and I hope so that we can do the main round, and I think in front of our home fans, maybe it's possible.
Well, anything is possible, I'm sure. Thank you so much. Best of luck with the draw. This is pot number 3, ladies and gentlemen.
Switzerland. Goes to Group F.
The neighbors of Austria sent to Gothenburg to meet Sweden and Slovenia.
Latvia. Goes to Group C.
Latvia going to Trondheim to meet Spain and Germany.
Montenegro.
3 groups left: Graz, Trondheim and Malmö.
Goes to Group A.
So in Graz we're having Croatia, Belarus and Montenegro.
We have Portugal.
2 more groups left for Portugal. Group D and Group E.
Goes to Group D.
So it's France, Norway and Portugal in Group D, leaving 1 more country and 1 more location.
Iceland. Goes to Group E.
So now it's official, Malmö hosting Denmark, Hungary and Iceland. Robert Weber, thank you very much. Very, very interesting groups. And who better to call on Dani Dujebaev from Spain, one of the defending European champions, to come on stage for the last 6 teams. Dani, looking back 2 years ago in Croatia, Spain won their first European Championship title. You could not play in the final. You were in the team, but you couldn't play in the final. Does that give you extra motivation for 2020?
I think for me it was really a great experience to be there. Just to be there, even if I didn't play last games. But of course, it's a bigger motivation to try to play harder and to be better in 2020.
If you compare the team of Spain from 2 years ago to the team that you're having now, how would you describe that?
I think we don't have a lot of changes. We have almost the same players, same coach, same style of play, of game, and I think it will be not too much different.
A little more experience, maybe?
Yeah, that's for sure. But
that sounds very dangerous, Dani. That sounds very dangerous.
Already very experienced players.
Thank you very much. Good luck with the draw.
Serbia.
So now for the first time, all 6 groups are possible. What's going on? A lot of excitement in the crowd.
Group A.
So in Graz, we've got Croatia, Belarus, Montenegro and Serbia, ladies and gentlemen.
Poland.
The next team to be chosen, Poland. Groups B, C, D, E and F are waiting.
Goes to Group F.
So the next completed group is Group F in Gothenburg, Sweden, Slovenia, Switzerland and Poland.
Bosnia i Herzegovina.
Bosnia-Herzegovina. Group B, C, D or E?
Goes to Group D.
So in Trondheim, we will see France, Norway, Portugal and Bosnia and Herzegovina competing.
Russia.
3 groups left for Russia, ladies and gentlemen.
Goes to Group E.
So Malmö has Denmark, Hungary, Iceland and Russia. Impressive group.
The Ukraine.
So either Trondheim Group C or Vienna Group B.
Goes to Group B.
So that makes Vienna complete, Czech Republic, North Macedonia, Austria and the Ukraine.
And we have the Netherlands.
Hopefully no surprise on this last team.
Goes to Group C.
So Group C completed with Spain, Germany, Latvia and the Netherlands. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much to Bozidar Djurkovic, Martin Hausleitner, and in this case, Dani Dujebaev. We have our 6 groups completed. Group A in Graz, Croatia, Belarus, Montenegro, and Serbia. Group B, Vienna, Czech Republic, North Macedonia, Austria, and the Ukraine. Group C in Trondheim, Spain, Germany, Latvia, and the Netherlands. Group D, Trondheim, France, Norway, Portugal, and Bosnia and Herzegovina. Malmö, Group E, hosting Denmark, Hungary, Iceland, and Russia. And last but not least, Gothenburg, Group F, Sweden, Slovenia, Switzerland, and Poland. Only one more thing missing, ladies and gentlemen, and that's the handover of the championship plates. Some more excitement coming up. So I would like to ask the President of the European Handball Federation, Mr. Michael Widria, to hand over the championship plates to Gerhard Hofbauer, Fredrik Rapp, and Kåre Gerlio. The presidents of the European Handball Federation and the presidents of the host nations, Sweden, Austria, and Norway. And there he goes, the plate. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time, 3 host nations getting the plates handed over. Beautiful picture here up on stage. And that concludes our men's EHF Euro 2020 draw. All playing schedules will be available soon on our official website, ladies and gentlemen, ehf-euro.com, or visit us on Facebook. All details will be seen on Facebook as well. Our mixed zone area will be opened now for international media and, of course, for everyone else who's still staying around, and I hope that is everybody. We've got another big highlight coming up. An LED dance show, ladies and gentlemen. One of Austria's finest dance groups that started off really small many years ago, now dances, sings and performs in front of millions on television and internationally. For me, it's time to say goodbye. Enjoy the rest of your night in Vienna. Dream, win, and of course, remember, ladies and gentlemen, some more show coming up with the dance industry.
Bring that ass back like a boom, 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 boom.
It's Wizard the Wizard. Icy as a blizzard. Big Gucci, that's my alias. My jewelry make it shiver. I eat millions for dinner. I am no pretender. Whatever I pull out the driveway, it is not a runner. It's marvelous. On top of this, no stopping this. I'm dropping this, topping it. That sloppy top, she popping it. It's obvious. All in her esophagus. I'm so fucking cocky rich. Pulling for that cocky shit. My boom man, they got hockey sticks. Bring it ass back like a boom 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 boom. Bring it ass back like a boom boom boom. Bring it ass back like a boom 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 boom. Bring it ass back like a boom boom. Bring it ass back like a boom 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 boom. Bring it ass back like a boom boom. Bring it ass back like a boom 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 boom. Bring it ass back like a boom boom.
Austria's dance industry, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much indeed. And that concludes the official parts of our draw event. Only one more thing to say. Dream, win, remember. Good night and enjoy Vienna. Bye-bye.
Also die Auslosung ist hiermit getan und man hat ja viel über eine Wunschgruppe spekuliert. Jetzt ist sie eigentlich fast da. Österreich hat gegen alle Teilnehmer, gegen alle Gruppenkonkurrenten Chancen, ist ebenbürtig hoffentlich und hat eine Chance, um die Hauptrunde mitzuspielen. Österreich trifft also auf Tschechien, trifft auf die Ukraine und auf Nordmazedonien. Robert Weber ist schon bei mir. Robert, was ist so das erste Gefühl, der erste Eindruck nach diesen letzten Momenten der Auslosung?
So ein bisschen gemischte Gefühle, muss ich zugeben. Es ist eine gefährliche Gruppe. Natürlich motiviert es sehr, weil wir wissen, wir können alle von den Gegnern schlagen, aber auch, wenn man nicht aufpasst, auch gegen jeden verlieren. Und deswegen ist es eben die Gefahr in dieser Gruppe.
Gut, diese Spiele hat es in der Form, Spiel 1 und das abschließende Spiel auch schon bei der EM in Dänemark gegeben. Zu Beginn gegen Tschechien, dann am Schluss noch gegen Mazedonien. Damals hat es noch offiziell geheißen. Es begann damals mit einem fulminanten Spiel gegen Tschechien. Was ist vielleicht auch so wichtig? Was könnte entscheidend sein, gerade im ersten Spiel gegen Tschechien da hineinzustarten? Oder wie wichtig ist es, dass es nicht zum Beispiel Frankreich geworden ist?
Ja, es ist erstens mal sehr, sehr wichtig, dass es ein Gegner ist, wo man sagen muss, auf Augenhöhe, wo man schlagen kann. Unter anderem ist auch dann wichtig für den Verlauf des Turnieres, vor allem das erste Spiel positiv zu gestalten. Und dafür werden wir alles geben, dass wir das erste Spiel gegen Tschechien, vor allem hier zu Hause in Wien, erfolgreich gestalten können. Und dann kann man so richtig in das Turnier starten. Und dann ist eben alles möglich in dieser Gruppe.
Der Robert hat erst ja einen neuen Verein jetzt auch offiziell bekannt gegeben. Sie bleiben in der ersten deutschen Liga. Wie wichtig ist es, auch im Hinblick auf so ein großes Heimturnier noch einmal ja voll dabei zu sein und das Niveau auch wirklich bis und über das Heimturnier aushalten zu können?
Ach, mich freut das riesig. Das war jetzt gegen Ende noch durch den Transfer Missgeschick da mit St. Gallen, dass das mit Nordhorn super funktioniert. Also es war wie ein Jackpot. Die haben sich mega darum gekümmert, sind aufgestiegen in die Bundesliga. Ich kann da meinen Teil dazu beitragen und kann auch womöglich eine ganz andere Verantwortung übernehmen, wie es jetzt vielleicht beim SCM war. Kann da reinwachsen in neue Aufgaben und hoffe, dass ich das natürlich auch dann der Nationalmannschaft bei der EM weitergeben kann.
Wünschen wir dafür alles Gute. Danke mal. Robert Weber und auch der Teamchef ist natürlich da, hat ein bisschen spekuliert mit einem Duell mit seinem Heimatland, mit Slowenien, ist sich knapp nicht ausgegangen, aber es ist eine sehr interessante, eine sehr attraktive Gruppe aus sportlicher Sicht für Österreich und man sieht, sie lachen ein bisschen, sind sie zufrieden?
Ja, ich muss sagen, das ist eine interessante Gruppe. Ne? Wir wissen dann, jede Mannschaft in der Europameisterschaft in 2020 ist stark. Okay, dann, aber muss ich sagen, ich bin zufrieden mit Auslösung, weil vom der ersten Pot ist richtig besser Tschechien, dann Frankreich oder Spanien. Ne? Also ich denke, wir haben eine interessante Gruppe. Jeder kann, wie ich denke, schlagen. Ich habe jetzt gezeigt, in dieser Testspiele, letzte Jahr, was wir gehabt, auch gegen Norwegen, Schweden und Spanien, da wir können gute Handball spielen. So jetzt haben wir Zeit, uns zu vorbereiten und alles liegt auf uns. Wir spielen zu Hause, das ist auch wichtig mit unseren Fans und muss ich sagen, ist alles möglich hier in Wien.
Österreich kennt Tschechien, kennt aber auch Nordmazedonien. Ein bisschen eine Unbekannte vielleicht auch ist die Ukraine. Wie kann man diese Mannschaft einordnen?
Ja, wir haben gesehen, Nordmazedonien mit Verein Varda, wir haben gesehen, die kann gute Handball spielen. Es gibt viele Jungs, spielen auch Champions League und ich habe schon früher gesehen, Mazedonien mit Kirill Lazarov da spielt richtig gute Handball. So, das ist eine schwere Gegner. Tschechien ist auch da, gibt viele Legionäre, spielen in der deutschen Liga und die haben diese Erfahrung. So ist auch schwer mit Ukraine. Ich weiß jetzt nicht genau, jetzt habe ich genug Zeit, das zu schauen. Aber was ich habe früher gesagt, ich denke, es ist so eine Gruppe, dann jeder kann gewinnen und ich denke, wir haben einen Vorteil, dann wir spielen zu Hause und müssen wir das unbedingt nutzen.
Toi, 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 alles Gute, danke. Aleš Pajovic, der Generalsekretär des ÖAB, hat wahrscheinlich auch ein bisschen zur Gruppe A geschaut. Wie schaut es aus in Graz? Und auch da ist es eigentlich eine Gruppe, die man sich ein bisschen fast gewünscht hat, mit sehr vielen Teilnehmern aus dem Balkangebiet, mit Serbien, mit Montenegro. Kann man auch von der Seite zufrieden sein?
Ja, es ist natürlich eine höchst interessante Gruppe. Ich denke, die Fans können sich dort auf riesige Duelle freuen, mit Serbien, mit Montenegro und natürlich mit Kroatien. Ich denke, da steht jeden Tag ein richtiger Kracher auf dem Programm.
Aus österreichischer sportlicher Sicht auch, oder sieht man vielleicht auch ein bisschen vielleicht dann auch das Karteninteresse? Wie kann man da die Auslosung sehen für Österreich?
Ja, natürlich spielen immer beide Aspekte mit, wenn man auch Ausrichter einer Euro ist. Der kleine Wunsch eines Nachbarlandes ist uns ja auch noch in Erfüllung gegangen mit den Tschechen in Wien, die sicherlich eine namhafte Gruppe an Zusehern mitbringen werden. Serbien auch traditionell immer mit vielen, vielen Fans bei Großereignissen dabei. Kroatien kennen wir von 2010 schon, die unfassbare Zahlen an Fans mobilisiert haben. Also auch von dem Punkt her, glaube ich, können wir uns auf volle Hallen freuen.
Es ist gut, da freuen wir uns auf die Europameisterschaft. Danke Bernd Rabenseifner, der Generalsekretär des Österreichischen Handballbundes. Und das abschließende Wort gehört natürlich unserem Experten, dem Conny Wilczynski. Conny, ich persönlich muss sagen, ich war relativ ruhig, aber als es dann richtig in die Auslosung reingegangen ist, in den Top 1, ist die Nervosität auch bei mir gestiegen. Wie hast du das Ganze erlebt? Wie erleichtert warst du oder wie groß ist jetzt die Vorfreude jetzt auf das Turnier?
Ich bin schon erleichtert, muss ich sagen, weil aus jedem Pot hätte es schwere Gegner gegeben. Ja? Das muss man sagen. Wir haben Gegner, die wir schlagen können, aus jedem Pot, und das macht, finde ich, die Gruppe so attraktiv. Ja? Wir haben oftmals große Ereignisse gehabt, wo alles auf ein Spiel ausgelegt war, wie zum Beispiel das Chile-Spiel bei der letzten WM. Und diesmal gibt es keine Aussagekraft nach jedem Spiel. Und das macht die Gruppe so spannend, und deshalb muss man erleichtert sein aus österreichischer Sicht, wohl wissen, dass es natürlich auch nicht einfach wird. Ja? Also das Potenzial nach oben ist sehr, sehr groß, aber das Enttäuschungspotenzial, das möglich ist, natürlich auch groß.
Wir haben Tschechien, die Ukraine und Nordmazedonien. Was ist die gefährlichste Mannschaft aktuell? Man kann ja da wahrscheinlich gar nicht so direkt abstufen. Wen ordnest du als vielleicht stärksten Gegner zurzeit ein?
Naja, jeder freut sich jetzt, dass wir Tschechien bekommen haben. Ja. Na, klar sind die Schwächsten, im Vergleich jetzt aus Pot 1 mit Frankreich und Spanien. Das heißt, da sind wir sehr zufrieden. Aber Tschechien hat beim letzten Großereignis um Medaille mitgespielt. Ja. Also das darf man nicht vergessen. Ja. Im Vergleich natürlich ein schlagbarer Gegner, aber trotzdem noch rein von der Papierform etwas über uns zu stellen. Die Nordmazedonier, das Land des aktuellen Champions-League-Siegers, also darf man auch nicht kleinreden, aber auch da kennen wir den Gegner sehr gut. Ja. Also wir haben ja, Mazedonien ist fast ein Dauergast, was Qualifikationsspiele oder Endrundengegner betrifft. Auch das ein Gegner, der über uns zu stellen ist, aber in Reichweite ist. Und Ukraine würde ich fast uns in der Favoritenrolle sehen. Ja. Aber das ist natürlich auch schwierig, weil wir nicht so gewohnt sind, so viele Spiele in der Favoritenrolle bestreiten zu dürfen. Also es ist schwer, jetzt einen Gegner herauszupicken. Gegen alle Gegner können wir wirklich wirklich gewinnen, also volle Überzeugung, aber natürlich können wir auch gegen jeden Gegner verlieren.
Okay, also das ist ein wunderbares Schlusswort von unserem Experten. Conny Wilczycki, wolltest du noch was sagen?
Es macht immer Spaß mit dir und ich freue mich auf die EM gemeinsam mit Giovanni.
Wir freuen uns auch, ja. Auf alle Fälle. Also 10., 12. und 14. Jänner, das sind einmal die Vorrundenspieltermine. Man kann natürlich auch vielleicht schon ein bisschen Richtung Hauptrunde schauen, was die Termine betrifft. Gespielt wird in der Wiener Stadthalle, also gegen Tschechien, gegen die Ukraine und zum Abschluss dann gegen Nordmazedonien. Seien Sie dabei, entweder in der Halle oder hoffentlich auch bei uns in ORF. Jetzt geht es in Kürze hier weiter mit dem nächsten Live-Sport-Termin, mit dem nächsten Live-Termin hier in ORF Sport Plus. Aus dem Erste Bank Campus hier von der Euro-Auslosung geht es ins Studio 44 um ca. 20 Uhr. Meldet sich mein Kollege Boris Kastner-Jirka mit der Erstrundenauslosung im Fußball-Uniga Cup. Wir wünschen Ihnen noch einen angenehmen Abend. Ciao aus Wien.